Dear viewers of the Tom Photo channel, I've talked about the Helios 44-2 and shown you sample photos taken with it. Links to my other Helios videos are below. Today I'd like to talk about how good this lens is for video, and it really is fantastic. The Helios 44-2 is a 58mm f2 prime lens with an M42 mount, renowned for its killer bokeh, which is highly distinctive and recognizable. My copy of the lens is from the MMZ factory, and this version is highly regarded. The sample videos I'm showing you were taken with a Fuji X-T30 using the Eterna film simulation and then applying a LUT or a lookup table. The f-stop was most commonly just above 2, but it varied between 2 and 11. The video uses 24 frames per second to capture a vintage vibe, which complements the lens perfectly. I've posted sample photos taken with the Helios 44-2 and praised its swirly bokeh, which is unparalleled. This and its all-metal build quality are the strengths of this lens. Some people say that the lens is a bit soft when wide open and photos require a fair amount of post-processing. However, this problem goes away in video because it's often a desired quality in films. Softness gives it a more cinematic look. Now that the Helios 44-2 has been used to film parts of one of the Batman movies in Hollywood, I think it is safe to say that this lens can be used for films without any issues. The lens's advantages are brought out better when filming at a closer distance. In landscape footage, you cannot make use of the cool bokeh as much, and what's left is the softness of the lens. To achieve good sharpness in landscapes, you'll need to stop down the lens. Therefore, for me, this lens is preferred for close-up shots. It's a bit difficult to film people because autofocus is never possible, and you need to focus very accurately on the eyes. Luckily, my Fuji X-T30 has focus peaking, so I can focus quite accurately. Also, accurate focusing is possible because a lot of turning on the focus ring gives you relatively small changes in focus. I also love the hydraulic feeling resistance of the focusing ring of my lens. I love the aperture ring a bit less because it has the f-stop numbers in the wrong order. f16 is actually f2 and vice versa. I talk more about it in my Helios 44-2 introductory video. I'm using the Helios 44-2 with a crop sensor camera, and this is a good idea. The crop sensor utilizes the so-called middle part of the lens. It will work with a full-frame camera too, and I'm showing you an example of a film I made with my Nikon D610, which is a full-frame camera. The film simulation looks different because Nikon has no Eterna. I think the footage looks alright. Do you think the edges fail? I believe the result looks kind of cool. This feel might be exactly what you're looking for in your video, who knows? For filming, you typically need an ND or neutral density filter to use large apertures. I've talked about my circular ND filter from JJC before, see the link below, and I also use it for my Helios lens full time. For this, I just needed to buy a 58 to 49mm adapter. It is better to buy one ND filter and several adapters, rather than several ND filters because these filters are expensive. Have I noticed any problems with the Helios, you might ask? Yes. The K&F concept lens mount adapter that I use, see the link below, is very good, but the lens uses an M42 mount, which is a screw mount. So the lens is never fully locked. When I turn the stifter ring, I start unscrewing my lens. Therefore, I have to use another finger to hold on to the lens when I focus. This certainly slows me down, and I'd be curious to hear how other people have solved this problem. Overall, this lens is definitely a keeper. For me, it has become mostly a video lens. When I take it out for photography, I tend to go for abstract photos that are supposed to look different. The world is full of wonderful lenses that are precise, sharp, and with minimal aberrations. They give you a sterile and error-free look, which is excellent in many situations. However, sometimes it can get just a little bit boring. It's like cars. Modern cars are very nice, but we still turn to vintage cars for fun. The most comfortable ride is not always the most fun one, you see. With this, I'd like to thank you for spending some time with me. If you want to subscribe to my channel and leave a like, even better, and much appreciated too. Enjoy your photography and videography. Goodbye.